Hey guys, Justin and I are in Olympia running errands. We just got the U-bolts made for Kaz's truck at the truck shop, and then they told us to go over to what's it called, Cascade Hydraulics? Or
Capital Hydraulics.
Yep, Capital Hydraulics over here, and then we got to drop off a knuckle to get a unit bearing special piece machined, well, plasma cut out, and then we can take that over to Capital machine. But that's a secret project until that is done. We're launching that with a friend of ours, and we'll give you guys more information about that later, but it's going to be a prototype part for the brand new 2017 Tacomas, and it's going to be awesome. So yeah, we're going to go over here, see about getting some brake lines made that are 05 Super Duty on one end, 03 Chevrolet Silverado on the other end, and then drop off that knuckle. So let's go get that part done, and then we'll move on to the next part of our day. I just talked to the guys at Industrial Hydraulics. They don't have no stainless steel braided line, but he's going to go ahead and order in a roll of it, so that way he's got it, and then he's going to go ahead and make those for us. It'll be about 6 days out, but no shops really around here make them, so these guys are going to start doing it, so that's pretty nice. But alright, we're going to go get some lunch at taco time, and then we're going to go back to Cougar House. We'll catch you guys there. Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to be working on Kaz's Duramax a little bit. We got to pinch its Ford Super Duty axle on. We got its U-bolt flip plates cut out, and we got the U-bolts picked up from the semi-truck shop in Lacey, Olympia. And then we're going to go ahead and get that axle pinched on there, and then we can move on to designing up its frame plates and things like that. But we need, also we're going to order up a Weaver fabrication knuckle. I got to pull off its passenger side knuckle, send that to Weaver Fab, and then they'll send us one that's all ready done. And then I'll order up some Heim joints from Ballistic Fab and some dome tubing, and we'll be able to put that high steer kit together for Kaz. And then we'll do frame plating on it, and then we'll make its Cougar House Fab shock towers for its Bilstein shocks. They'll be pretty similar to our coilover towers, but instead of for coilover, it'll be set up for two Bilsteins to attach to. So, alright guys, without further ado, let's get started here. Alright guys, cool. We got the axle, pinched on the Duramax here. The Super Duty axle pinched on the Duramax. Sorry about the sun in your face. So now we got the Lexus ready to roll, so it can get moved when we move the Chevrolet out to do its test drive. And so now we got to get over here. Justin's going to move his pickup, and we're going to get Jacob's little Toyota pickup from over here. We're going to bring it over and go ahead and build its engine mounts now. We've been waiting for an oil pan to come in from Drift Motion, or I was going to pull one that I have out of Loft Extra as soon as I got time, but we've just been so damn swamped. So we're going to go ahead and get this guy brought over so we can bring it onto the pad and then go ahead and start pulling out that oil pan out of the loft and then go ahead and put it on the truck. So we'll probably finish that tomorrow, but at least today, or get started on that tomorrow, but at least today we'll get it over here on the pad so we can get started on it. Feel super bad for not being able to work on that truck for a little bit here for Jacob, but I wanted my CNC machine to be perfect, and then all these other trucks came in, but that's no excuse. So we're gonna go ahead and get that moved over here now. Alright guys, we tried pulling the Toyota pickup over sideways, but the jack doesn't roll very well, and it's kind of stuck like this. So we're going to go ahead and get the cherry picker out, position it here so we can hold the engine up, and then we got to pull off the pan here. We got, there's the upper pan, along there. So we've got to pull that and the lower pan off. And there you go. That's your front sump 2JZ oil pan for Ostarios, or if you want to swap it into an S14, S13, that's what you use. Now we can get the rear sump pan out of the loft that's for Supras and put it on. Let's do it. All right, Justin dug this out of the loft. This came off my first generation 1JZ. We're gonna get this uncocooned, and then we'll get it mocked up here on the engine. Guys, all finished up for the afternoon. Let's see, where do we start here? We got the Duramax axle pinched onto it with its Cougar House Fab U-bolt flip kit, and now we just need to send its passenger side knuckle to Weaver Fab and get the modified one back with the high steer arm, and then we can make order up some Heim joints from Ballistic Fab, and then I'll get some dome tubing together here, some 1.5" 250 wall for steering, make a high steer kit for it with those components, and then we'll go ahead and make its pan hard bar after that so we can make it match the angle. And then we moved on to pulling out the 2JZ Toyota pickup, Jacob Wilson's pickup with the 2JZ in it. We've been working on some other stuff and getting the plasma table down, and then we got caught with working in the Chevrolet. So that's why we didn't work on that, and he brought it to me a few months back, like 6 months ago, and we were supposed to get started on it, but we were just getting through these customer projects and getting that plasma table down so we could cut those engine mounts perfectly. So now we're ready to go ahead and do that, and plus he was waiting for an oil pan to come from Drift Motion, and then I was talking to him. The oil pan wouldn't be here till like August, and I'm like, hey, I've got one in my loft. If you give me that new rear sump setup that comes in August so I can use that on my SOAR to put my 1JZ VVTi in there, I'll give you mine. So we were finally able to get it moved over, get up in the loft, get that pan out, put it on the engine, and now we're ready to go ahead and set it up in there. It's just sitting on a 4x4. It needs to go down and further back, but we're gonna have to make a few more adjustments tomorrow, and then we'll go ahead and start to fab up engine mounts and its transmission cross member. And then the last thing, guys, Jonathan's going to go ahead and pick up the Lexus GX470. Another shop, it's my competitor, they're called Badland Bumpers, and they're in Enumclaw. They said they could solid axle swap it for them for $1,800 on the front, $1,800 on the rear. I mean, that's only 2 days of work, and I'm sure they're only going to be using prefab parts on it, so I hope it goes together nice for them and it rides nice after they're done. Our lift kits or our link systems, our 3-link for the front of any of these Toyotas is $2,500, and it's $2,500 for the rear triangulated 4-link. So that's $5,000 in Cougar House Fab link system, and then we charge $3,500 to install the front and $3,500 to install the rear. Most of the time going there is prepping your frame, or goes into it. That $3,500 is for prepping the frame, you know, prototyping the link system, putting it on the truck, flexing the truck. There's so much that goes into it than just a parallel 4-link, because everything has to fit really tight. It's got to flex good. The geometry has to be right. You got to have high wheel travel numbers, and it's got to all be perfect. But so that's what we were going to do, and Jonathan just couldn't quite afford, or just didn't want to pay for those wages and that time for the lift. He thought it would be just that I said those numbers are for the front, that would cover the whole truck, and I was like, no, that's just the front. You know, the rear's the same price, but no big deal. Money don't make no man, so I'm not mad at him or anything. I hope it works out really good for him. And Justin and I are going to get ourselves a GX470 here. We'll get one that like rear-ended somebody, got in an accident, and get it really cheap at the auction, and then we'll get it here, and then we'll start to prototype our Cougar House Fab links, or front 3-link and triangulated 4-link on that chassis, and we'll have no pressure on us. We can just build it at our leisure. And then last thing here, guys, so he's going to pick that up tomorrow morning, and then that'll be out of that space, and then we can have the Chevrolet get out of here when it's time, but the brake lines are 6 days out from the hydraulic shop. And then I'm going to order up some steel plate, and we're going to start working on the red 4RUNNER. I just saw this comment. It was like some dude's like, hey, it seems to be the trend around there. You guys spend too much time on your social media garbage and working that. I have muscular dystrophy, so when I don't have an employee here, I can't do anything. They're my hands. You know, I can't lift over 15 pounds. It strains me, you know. It's really terrible. I'm 30 years old, and I can't really do very much. It's really frustrating to me. So I spend my time, you know, video editing, using the camera, you know, running the social media to bring in business. So he was like, hey, you guys, you know, it's been a year since you've worked on the red 4RUNNER. It seems to be a trend. You're not doing stuff. And it's like, I've got these 3 other customer trucks I've been working on, and you got to focus your attention on those. You can't like work on a customer truck on Monday and then work on your own truck on Tuesday. No, you have to work on the weekend or after work on those things. And we've just been too busy on these customer trucks for me to want to spend any time on the red 4RUNNER. We're just too busy. But I'm going to order up some plate here at the end of the week, and we're going to be starting cutting out parts for that in the next few weeks, after hours and on the weekends. So we're pretty excited to be working on that. Since the Lexus won't be here, we'll have some time to do that. So we're pretty stoked. And then also, once that's moved, we'll bring the 2JZ pickup up closer to the garage, so it's not over where it is, on the left side of the dually. And then we'll get that thing buttoned up and get that back to Jacob so we can do the rest of its mods, make its driveline, do some transmission and transfer case stuff, and continue that build. So, hey guys, thanks for listening to me. Thanks for listening to my rant for a little bit here. If you guys like what we do, please leave a comment. Let us know what you think of we just worked on 3 trucks today. You know, let us know what you guys think, and please hit the bell up there so you guys know when we upload a video. YouTube's always making us do this. They're making little changes here and there. So plenty of my subscribers, don't get the notification that we uploaded a live video. So hit that bell. And if you guys like Cougar House Garage, you like what we do, please check us out at cougarhousegarage.com. Please check us out at Facebook /Cougar House Garage, and then we are Cougar House Garage on Instagram, guys. Follow along with all the crazy builds there, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.